Hello from Brunswick Community College. Today on YouTube, it is Dolphins basketball. Today, your Dolphins return home for the first time in a long time to take on Region 10 foe Catawba Valley. The Red Hawks come in 3-3. They are 0-3 in Region 10 play and 0-1 on the road. Meanwhile, your Dolphins 4-7, 3-0 at home, 1-6 in Region 10 play. Hi again, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Happy holidays. Let's meet the starting lineups. First for Catawba Valley, the Red Hawks and head coach Nikiana McCaskill. Today, starting number 2, Janiah Wiley. Number 3 is Dereja Harden. Number 5, Jordan Adams. Number 11 is Addison Sisk. And number 25 is Zakiah Miller. And now starting for Joe Gaughan and your Dolphins, it's number 4, that's Chelsea Rivera. Number 12, Jemiah Leach. Number 15 is Jasmine Burns. Number 22, Destiny Mitchell. And number 30 is Faith Farmer. Catawba Valley lost in overtime on Tuesday at home against Guilford Tech, 64-63. They had 26 offensive rebounds in the low-scoring game. Rebounding going to be a big key here today. For Brunswick, they lost on the road at Cleveland last Friday, 89-54, as the Dolphins controlled the opening tip, but tipped it out of bounds, so Catawba will have it first. That was last Friday, so Dolphins have been off for a while. Brunswick actually led in that game at the end of one, 19-16, but they had an abysmal shooting day from the free throw line, especially. They were 7-23. Jasmine Burns did have 13 points and 5 rebounds. Faith Farmer had 10 in the loss as well. So rebounding going to be a big key against a very talented rebounding team for Catawba Valley. And there's a steal to start things off for Destiny Mitchell and the Dolphins. Now they get it down to Burns, who puts it up and in. So good start for the Dolphins. It was a real tough road trip for Brunswick, but they're out to a 2-0 lead here at the outset of this one. And we got a whistle in the backcourt, I believe, a clock issue. Dolphins will be off until January 3rd. They'll be home against Montcalm Community College, coming down from Michigan. It's actually the start of a back-to-back that weekend after the new year. They'll go to Patrick and Henry the very next day up in Virginia. So Dolphins will be off for the rest of the holidays, come back in January and have a back-to-back right away. Wiley has it out deep now for Catawba. Throws over to Sisk in the corner. 10 to shoot now. This is Harden for 3. Got it. Dereja Harden, 38% from 3 on the season. So Brunswick got to keep an eye on that. Rivera goes over to Faith Farmer. Farmer's been in double figures all but 2 games this year. Leach down low. Now Rivera backs it out. Back to Leach. The bunny is good. So Jemiah Leach puts Brunswick back on top. And we've played 90 seconds. We've already had 2 lead changes. Wiley into the forecourt. Now out deep, this is Adams, and she'll set it up. Harden hit a triple, now attacking, and she traveled with the basketball out of control there, and Brunswick will get it back. This is the start of a 3-game road trip for Catawba Valley. Again, they're off as well until January, though. January 5th, they'll be at Richard Bland. 2 days later, they take on Cleveland on the road. The Yetis are looking like they're going to be a strong contender once again in Region 10 come tournament time. Redhawks won both meetings against Brunswick last year. It was a 32-point win at Catawba. It was closer here at Brunswick. Dolphins fell by 3. Brunswick with the turnover here. Throw ahead goes to Wiley. Wiley, good job getting back Chelsea Rivera and the Dolphins. Catch and shoot 3 by Adams. Got it to go. So a couple of triples for Catawba Valley, and they lead at 6-4 on our 3rd lead change already in this tight first quarter. Full court press is on for the Red Hawks. Nice passing there by the Dolphins. They're going to get an easy run out. Couldn't get the bucket to go. And then we have a foul. But that was a textbook fast break offensive show there by the Dolphins. Just couldn't get the bucket, but they do draw a foul, so extra chance opportunity here for Brunswick. Chelsea with the fake. Leach trying to go 2 for 2, can't do it. Offensive rebound comes right to Farmer. Farmer misses it back rim. Rebound controlled by Adams. Adams with a triple. Harden with the triple. 2 for Burns, 2 for Leach here in the first 3 minutes. Adams heat check. Too soon for the heat check. Miller's got the offensive rebound. The offensive rebound by Wiley is no good, but she's fouled and she'll go to the free throw line. That's what I was alluding to in the pregame. Brunswick has to really be solid on the glass if they want to win today. Catawba Valley, one of the top rebounding teams in the NJCAA. 16th overall in rebounding, 46.3 per night. 31 defensive rebounds is 14th. 18.3 offensive rebounds. That's a lot of offensive rebounds. That's 19th in the NJCAA. They call a lane violation on that? Why is Wiley shooting 3 here? Must have been. So Wiley, 58% at the line this season, gets them both, and Catawba leads it 8-4. Catawba flying in. That's Adams with the steal. And a nice bucket there. The assist by Adams off the steal. Miller scores. Chelsea Rivera having trouble with the dribble, and it's ripped away again. Back-to-back steals. Wiley couldn't get it to go. Harden the offensive rebound. Sisk had it blocked, and it's out of bounds off Brunswick. So Dolphins, Joe Goyan rightfully upset as their effort in the last couple of sequences has been totally absent. Beat the press with ease on that first press opportunity by the Redhawks, and then just not in sync. It's going to be an early sub for Brunswick. Good collapsing defense, though, that time. Leach got the rebound. Now here comes Brunswick into the forecourt. Rivera, top of the key, throws it away. Dolphins team that doesn't typically turn the ball over a lot. They've had 3 turnovers in the last few seconds. 6 players on this Redhawks team, speaking of the rebounding, averaging 4.7 rebounds a game or better. Sisk actually leads Region 10 in rebounds per game. She averages 10.8, and Smith is 4th at 9.5. We'll see Cameron Smith off the bench. Speaking of off the bench, Martina Pazzaquino is in for Brunswick for the first time. Again, Joe Goyan got to find somebody who will pull down a rebound for his team. Pazzaquino actually doing a little bit more than that on that defensive sequence. Nice deflection, able to deflect it off the offensive player. So Dolphins forcing another turnover. We've played 4 minutes and change. Brunswick trailing by 6. Farmer into the forecourt. Leach gets it back. Actually, that's going to be deflected. Boy, they are active defensively, this Catawba Valley team, especially Adams. Jordan Adams came in averaging 2.8 steals per game. She's already got that, I think, here in the first quarter. That's Harden, jumper off the mark. Leach pulls down the rebound, and she's fouled. So 2 team fouls on Catawba, 1 on Brunswick. Dolphins started strong offensively. They have not scored in a while. Alasia Dawson has also come in for Brunswick. And the jumper is no good by Burns. So Burns scored on her first one, trying to come from behind, pick the pocket. She does. Nice recovery there. Jasmine Burns with the steal. Now Farmer into the forecourt. Dawson Burns around the defender, couldn't score. Off the rebound, past the Leach, who missed. And now attacking Faith Farmer can't score. And Leach, 4th time's the charm. Second basket for Jemiah Leach. 4 for her. Dolphins trail by 4. Wiley on the far side of your screen with it. Adams attacking off the back iron. Put back no good by Miller. So both teams getting on the offensive glass. And that leads to a bucket this time by Harden. So she's got a 2, she's got a 3 in this game, and it's 12-6. Jemiah Leach is it out to Paz Aquino. Faith Farmer over to Dawson. Dawson's midi is good. First bucket of the game for her. Malaysia Dawson shooting 35% on the year. It's the Dolphins within 4 again. We've played 6 minutes here in this opening quarter. Miller on the block. Goes glass. No. Miller again. Blocked from behind, but foul. So one of the best rebounders in Region 10, Kaya Miller, will go to the free throw line when we come back. 3:48 left to go here in the opening quarter. Catawba Valley 12, Brunswick 8. As always, we thank Coastal Transplants for their sponsorship of Dolphins basketball. Chris Sheeman back here with you. So free throws now for Zakiah Miller, who has really struggled from the free throw line this season and stays cold. Brunswick has not beaten Catawba Valley since 2016. It was in January. They actually swept the season that year. First sub of the game for Catawba, that is Cameron Smith. Dolphins going quickly. They draw contact and more free throws upcoming. This time it's Jemiah Leach's turn. Leach 5.7 points, 7 rebounds, 1.3 blocks per game. Good season for the sophomore, who we talked about back in November, had all those injuries that she had to overcome, and good to see her back out there healthy and having herself a nice productive season. So Leach gets 1 out of 2. Another offensive rebound and another hustle bucket for Burns. So Burns scores. Dolphins are within 2 now, just like that. They've trailed by as many as 6 in this game. Offensive player fell down. Harden. That allowed Paz Aquino to get a tie-up. How about Martina since coming in? She has made a lot of those little hustle plays that I always say need to go in the box score somewhere. That's her second forced turnover on Catawba Valley. So Brunswick opportunity to tie or take the lead. We did have 3 lead changes in the first couple of minutes of the game. And Catawba went up 10-4. Since then, the Dolphins have responded 7-3. Paz Aquino to inbound. Faith Farmer out deep. Dawson. Paz Aquino gets it on the elbow. Back out to Dawson. Dawson is fouled on the reach by Wiley. So Wiley and Harden both scrappy guards, but sometimes you rack up the fouls when you play aggressive defense, and that's the case with those two right now. Leach is going to go to the bench with those 5 points. Chelsea Rivera back in, scoreless so far. Rivera gets it down low, double teamed, and it blocked out of bounds. Farmer to inbound. Burns back to her. Farmer gets around the defender, attacks, hangs, and scores. Faith Farmer ties us, first tie of the ball game. So both teams have used the press to their advantage so far here in this opening quarter. Catawba Valley this time able just to get it into the forecourt, but then it's lost out of bounds by Cameron Smith. .258 left to go here in this opening quarter. Dolphins trying to retake the lead. Brunswick back at home after that miserable road trip. Lost all 7 on the road. That's tough. Burns being aggressive again. No. Pazzaquino cleans it up. No. Burns cleans it up. No. And we'll have free throws. So let's do a little home and away comparison. Dolphins, we mentioned the rebounding for the Red Hawks. You've seen the Dolphins have been able to match them, especially on the offensive glass. Brunswick, 48.3 rebounds per game at home, 35.7 on the road. Dolphins, 9.7 turnovers at home, 17.3 on the road. Dolphins shooting 55% from 3 at home, just 22% on the road. That last stat, by the way, to be fair, Dolphins really do not shoot a lot of threes. They're at the bottom of the NJCAA in three-point attempts, 4.3 per game. Their opponents are shooting over 21. So it's Burns with 5, Leach has 5. Our fourth lead change has Brunswick back on top, 14-13. And Sisk is back in, and she's called for 5 seconds. Nice job for Brunswick here on this press. It has really worked for them. Farmer gets it in. It trickles out. It's recovered by Brunswick. Dawson, Chelsea Rivera left alone. Didn't shoot the 3. Gets it back now from Farmer. Chelsea attacks. Gets around the defender. Scoop can't score. Rebound. Smith throws it ahead. Nice job by Harden breaking out. A la James Worthy, but couldn't get the layup to go. Pazzaquino the rebound. Now here's Chelsea into the front court. Rivera, toss over. The 3 by Burns, no good. Rebound controlled by Sisk. Addison Sisk, just 5.3 points per game, but I mentioned 10.8 rebounds. I failed to mention that Charlotte Collier is also in for the first time for Catawba Valley. She's got the basketball here with 10 on the shot clock. With the handoff, it goes to Adams with 5 to shoot. Swings it out to Smith. Smith, flip shot in the lane, no. And it's going to be... No! Ooh, that should be a shot clock violation. They're saying Dawson caught the ball with her foot on the line. Did the shot clock violation happen first, though? If not, the shot clock should be maybe at 1 at the most. So we'll see what they decide here. But the shot clock definitely doesn't reset if the player stepped out of bounds. That's not a change of possession. I don't think. It's a long discussion, which leads me to believe they don't know either. But we'll see. But I'm pretty sure that they're going to change the shot clock here. And that took down the whole scoreboard when they did that. So that, I think, is the right call. I think the officials did a good job discussing that. But unfortunately, now the game clock was changed to .1 instead of the shot clock being changed to 1 second, so they have to sort that out as well. So Catawba, they're going to have to go quickly here as they try to retake the lead. Nice defense here in this opening quarter by Brunswick as they look to remain unbeaten at home. Lone Region 10 victory also came at home. That was against Wake Tech in the opener. Okay, so now they have everything all situated. Minute 24 to go in the quarter. And again, just 1 on the shot clock here. Nobody guarding the ball. That gives Pazzaquino an opportunity to roam around here. You can kind of see her survey. Quick shot is no good, and now we have the shot clock violation. So after all that talking, and we're right back where we started, and it'll be Brunswick basketball. They're up 14-13. Jemiah Leach and Jazz Burns with 5 points apiece for the Dolphins. Leach gets it down low. Pazzaquino out to Farmer. Farmer pull up. Got it to go. Faith Farmer's second basket. Dolphins, now this is their biggest lead at 3. Into the forecourt, it's Smith, Cameron Smith. And the pass is off to Mark. Collier was wide open. And they couldn't find her. Destiny Mitchell back in. Scoreless start to her game tonight. Martina Pazzaquino goes to the bench. Great first quarter minutes by her. Chelsea Rivera got it to go. Rivera's first basket from just inside the free throw line. Dolphins extend the lead out. It's 18-13. They've been a good starting team this season, so not a surprise to see the Dolphins get off to a nice start here in the quarter. Got to keep it up over 40 minutes, though, as that shot was blocked out of bounds. Brunswick averages over 3 blocks per game as a team. There's only 3 seconds difference between the game and shot clock. If I'm Catawba Valley, I'm running some clock here. They go quick, though. You see that all the time on the women's side of things. Even Brunswick's looking to push here. Well, they leave Farmer alone, so she takes the open one, and it's Jemiah Leach cleaning up the miss. Leach up to 7, and what a quarter it's been for Brunswick. 5 seconds to work with here for Catawba. They've got some time, but they're trapped, and did they call a timeout with 1.1? I think they did. So Catawba will have mere moments to try to get something off here for new head coach Nikiana McCaskill in her first season with Catawba Valley. And I think it's my understanding that Coach England, although no longer on the bench, is still at Catawba Valley. I think she got promoted. I don't know if she's the AD exactly, but congratulations to Wonder Woman's biggest fan for getting a promotion and helping guide the athletic department there at Catawba Valley. So let's see what they drew up here. 1.1. Got to try to get it in a reasonable range here. The Redhawks will have Sisk to inbound it. Not a lot of movement here. They were looking apparently for Smith. Her jumper is no good. Great close of the quarter for Brunswick. They went down 10-4, and then they rattled. It's a 16-3 extended run as the Dolphins lead at 20-13 after 1 quarter of play. We'll be back with quarter number 2 here in just a bit. Welcome back to Brunswick Dolphins basketball here on YouTube. Chris Shima, glad to be with you from the home studio in Cleveland, Ohio. Dolphins and Redhawks in Region 10 action here on YouTube. And for Brunswick, a really good close to that first quarter. They're in a 2-3 zone right now as Wiley has it top of the key. Over to Sisk on the wing. It's a jumper by Harden, hit a three from that spot in the first. Couldn't get it that time. Pazzaquino had it ripped away. Then the Dolphins recover and block the shot. So Brunswick looking to win for the first time in 9 seasons against Catawba Valley. Destiny Mitchell from the elbow missed it, but the Dolphins are doing great on the offensive glass against a very good rebounding team for Catawba Valley. Chelsea Rivera back out. Jemiah Leach, her hot start continues. Leach now with 9 points. The Dolphins are on an 18-3 extended run. They went down by 6 early on in that quarter. Wiley attacking, bounce pass to Collier, and she's fouled. So during that whole road trip, we have a little bit of a different setup, and we'll probably have this same setup in January as well because of the surgery from my cancer. I can't wear a headset because, you know, They carved up my head, so I have to use a different audio setup, but I listened to it and I think it sounds okay. If you guys have any trouble hearing anything, please be, just mindful of that, or let me know if you do have any audio trouble, but I checked it and it sounds pretty good. And I'm doing fine, by the way, for those of you wondering. Things are getting better. It's been long and it's been uncomfortable. Not a ton of pain, though. Martina Pazzaquino, her pass is taken away. So Catawba Valley now trying to get themselves back in the game here. Trailing by as many as 9. Back on offense. Look at this defense for Brunswick. Harden, scoop off the glass. Good aggressive play by Harden. So Harden with 7. Jemiah Leach, the game leader, with 9. Martina Pazzaquino just ran right into the defender, coughed it up, shot in and out by Sisk, and here comes Brunswick again. Faith Farmer, my apologies, had that turnover. Now scoops it over to Chelsea Rivera. Pazzaquino out deep with it, back to Chelsea. Destiny Mitchell. Rivera cuts, had trouble with the pass, and lost it out of bounds. Jess Marie, did any of these streams on the road, did they have commentary, or was it just all? I don't think many of the other teams do have commentary, which can be a bonus or not, depending on your perspective. We did the men's holiday tournament was last weekend, and everybody was whining. It just the entire YouTube chat was crybabies. I had somebody texting me my phone number in all caps, telling me personal business about a coach that I don't think he would want me to know, and it was a bad weekend. Yeah, the huddle motion cameras. Teams are paying like $5,000-$6,000 for those things, and you do what you can. I know Catawba's got them. Chelsea Rivera, jumper no good, the putback no good. If you don't have the manpower, and a lot of community colleges do not have the staffing to be able to film, players stepping out of bounds there, as Harden was looking for a foul call, instead she commits the turnover. So huddle cameras make sense for that, but it's not a great technology. I don't think it's fully developed yet. Burns is back in. Pazzaquino will come out again. Martina's been scoreless today, but she has been relentless defensively. Burns is back in with her 5 points. Faith Farmer on the wing. Farmer almost lost the dribble, gets it in the lane, and then a tie-up. Hustle there from Addison Sisk. Jump ball possession arrow favors Brunswick, though. Well, I miss being with y'all. You can believe that. I was in the hospital and beat up. They carved up my head. They carved up my entire upper right thigh is carved up because that's where they took the skin graft from. And then my neck is carved up all the way from basically my skull down to the right side of my neck. It's been wild. Speaking of wild, the Dolphins are really doing a nice job on the offensive glass. They come up empty there, though. Cold start to the second quarter for Brunswick. They still have a 22-16 advantage, though. They've led by as many as 9. Sisk fading away. There, nice, aggressive offense from Addison Sisk. If she's got that in her game, I'd like to see more of that, please. Miscommunication there, and the Dolphins, again, just sloppy here in the second quarter. Dawson's going to come back in with 2 points. Dawson, Farmer, Chelsea, Rivera, all in the backcourt. Well, them idiots last weekend would have preferred no commentary, apparently. Here's a steal by Chelsea. Easy 2 for Chelsea. Rivera averaging over 4 steals a game. Chelsea is tied for 9th in the NJCAA, 4.1 steals per game, and she leads Region 10. Jemiah Leach with the block, staying with it is Sisk. Her turnaround jumper in and out. Collier with another offensive rebound for the Redhawks. Quick pass into Sisk. Gets it back out. That's Harden for 3. Got another one. I believe that's Harden. I'm having a little trouble with the numbers. If that's Harden, it's her 10th point. Janice Smith is also in for Catawba Valley. She played at Brunswick previously. Harden now out on the run. And then lost it off her foot. Dolphins. It's been a little bit awkward, but this fast break looks like it's going to work. Nope. Missed the bucket. Missed the second one. Jemiah Leach tries to clean it up. Dolphins cold. Ice cold. Here in quarter number 2. Just 2 points. Harden going to work again. Bounce pass to Collier. Double team came. Collier wide open. And just like that, it's an 8-0 run. Or a 10-2 extended run. My apologies. As Brunswick turns it over again. Harden is there. Luckily, Burns made the defensive play, but this is a very sloppy basketball game. And the Dolphins need to settle down on this end of the court. Chelsea Rivera given space. She'll fire and get it to go. Rivera up to 6 points. Dolphins needed that. So Brunswick 26-23. Game that's had 4 lead changes and 1 tie. 3 of those lead changes came in the first couple of minutes as Dawson commits the foul. So 4 minutes, 11 seconds left to go until halftime. That is team foul number 2 on Brunswick. We're supposed to have a media timeout. I hope they forgot. Did they forget? Yeah, they forgot. Great. Play on. We don't need these stinking media timeouts. National office, are you listening? They're pointless. Here is Harden for 3. Boy, Harden hits another triple, and we are tied for the second time today. Harden has 13 points. Princess Kennedy is in. Kennedy to the bucket, and she draws contact. So Kennedy will go to the free throw line. Both teams with 2 team fouls. Ah, they remembered. All right, media timeout. So we'll go away, and Princess Kennedy will shoot a pair of free throws when we come back. Free throws for Brunswick. Princess Kennedy at the line. Kennedy 6.9 points, 4.9 rebounds per game, 69% free throw shooter. She has really improved from the charity stripe since a season ago. So Kennedy puts Brunswick on top, gets 1 out of 2. Janice Smith with the rebound for Catawba Valley. Redhawks trailed by as many as 9, but that young lady, Harden, has been red hot with 13 points. Gives it up to Smith. Janice Smith throws it right to Chelsea Rivera. Rivera turns on the Jets. Attacks, scoops, and scores. Rivera now with 8. Lead back to 3 for Brunswick. Harden into the front court. Smith on the far side. Janice Smith had it poked away and then deflected off of her. Nice defensive effort today from Brunswick. Catawba Valley's yet to win in Region 10. They're 0-3. Dolphins are 1-6 in Region 10 play. Last game of the semester for both of these teams. You can kind of let everything out of the tires, you know. Burn the treads off. You got a couple of weeks to recover at home with the family. I'm sure some of y'all watching are excited to have these girls coming home for the holidays. Dawson will inbound with 17 on the shot clock off the deflection. Dawson, Farmer, Rivera, Burns, and Kennedy out there right now for Brunswick. Dawson attacks. Ball trickles out to Chelsea. Burns with 5 points. Swings it out. Dawson for 3. Comes right back to Burns, who couldn't score. Dawson gets the offensive rebound, throws it off the glass and in. So Dawson now with 4. Brunswick back up 5. Harden, bounce pass to... Harden gets it back from Adams, and then the Dolphins take it away again. All right, so I screwed up. As Rivera now in double figures, boy, she's had a 10-point second quarter to help push the lead back out to 7. I gave a triple from Harden to Adams. That should have been Adams. So Harden has 10 points, Adams has 6 points for Catawba Valley. I'm pretty sure that's right. The Redhawks aren't paying me, so, you know. Inbound, they were looking for Cameron Smith. It's deflected out by Brunswick. 2:06 to go until halftime. We'll take the full halftime break. You can make dinner or whatever you need to do. Another rip away. Kennedy this time. Kennedy throws it ahead to Rivera. Correction, that was Farmer on the steal. Farmer gets it back. Farmer attacks too strong off the glass. This is Kennedy now with the putback. Got it to go. So Princess Kennedy gives Brunswick, or tying its biggest lead now at 9, 35-26. Here's Wiley back in the game. Wiley to Adams. Wiley, Adams, Harden in the backcourt. Sisk and Cameron Smith up front. All the starters are back for Catawba Valley. Sisk, cross court, 7 to shoot. Harden attacks. Harden blocked. Defense that time by Burns. The post players, Burns and Pazzaquino tonight, have been outstanding down low. And again, Catawba Valley will maintain possession, but they're up against the shot clock here with just 1 to shoot. And they won't get it off in time. That was a home court 1 second right there. You're supposed to go 1 Mississippi, not 1. So Dolphins get it back with 1:14 to go. Can take the first double-digit lead of the game. Faith Farmer into the forecourt. Chelsea Rivera back to Farmer. Turnaround jumper, no good. Farmer rips it away. Can't score, but took a hard shot in the back. And Faith Farmer will get 2 free throws. What a season for Farmer. 13.2 points per game. Farmer has scored in double figures in all but 2 games this year. averaging over 3 steals per game on her home court as well. Farmer gets the first one to go. She's up to 5 points here today. Farmer shooting 41% from the field. Got both free throws to go. So the biggest lead of the game for Brunswick is out to 11, trying to end a losing streak against Catawba Valley that dates back to 2016. Good ball movement there by the Red Hawks as Cameron Smith gets her first jumper to go. Much needed basket for Catawba. They haven't had a chance to set up their press very much because of their struggles offensively. Dolphins break it though. Beautiful offense. Princess Kennedy with the layup. Kennedy with 5 points. Good balance in the offense today for Brunswick as well. That's going to be a 10-second violation called as Adams had trouble with the initial pass, and that extra second it took her to recover doomed the Red Hawks. 19.5 now. Dolphins can hold for the final shot here in this first half. I wonder if this is a season high for points in the half for Brunswick at 39. A team that averages just over 60 a game. Dawson will fire a quick three off the back rim. Just seconds to work with here for Catawba. And that's a foul, but the Dolphins have some fouls to work with. That's not a bad foul. With 2.9, Catawba's basically going to look for a heave here. They might be able to get it into the front court, although most of their players are in the back court. So let's see what they draw up here. It goes high to Adams, who missed the jumper in a really good first half for the Dolphins. 39-28 Brunswick, turning defense into offense here in this first half as Brunswick takes its biggest lead to the locker room. So we'll step aside for the halftime break. We'll come back in about 15 minutes and bring you all the second half action. Don't go too far. Welcome back to Brunswick. Dolphins basketball tonight on YouTube, and a strong first half for the Dolphins as Brunswick up 39-28. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you for Catawba Valley. Harden in double figures with 10. Adams with 6. And then 3 for Miller, 3 for Collier off the bench. 2 for Wiley, 2 for Sisk, and 2 for Cameron Smith. Bucket in the lane is good by Miller. Miller now up to 5 points as Catawba cuts the deficit down to 9. Good aggressive attack there by Chelsea Rivera, who's in double figures, leading Brunswick with 10 points. Jemiah Leach with 9. And then Faith Farmer with 6. Burns with 5. Kennedy also with 5. Dawson with 4. And that's all the offense scoring-wise in the first half. Princess Kennedy came off the bench to score 5 in the second quarter. Chelsea Rivera had 10 points in that second quarter as well. Rivera now up to a dozen. Chelsea right at her season average. 12.4 points, 6.8 rebounds, 4.1 steals per game for Rivera on the season. I don't know how many blocks Brunswick has today, but it's a lot of them. There's another one leading to this Faith Farmer layup. Brunswick now takes its biggest lead. A game that had 2 ties, 4 lead changes in that first half. Brunswick now up by 13. Another takeaway. Destiny Mitchell throws it ahead. Farmer attacking again. Couldn't get it that time. Cleanup, no. And out of the pack is the guard Wiley. Wiley's got numbers. Took it herself. And that shot is blocked out of bounds by Burns. She had Harden running with her. Harden would have had an easy layup. I don't think Wiley saw her, though, but it will stay Red Hawks basketball. Jazz Burns with them cotton candy shoes. I like those shoes. I'm not a shoes guy, but... Oh, fouled on the 3, Destiny Mitchell. Good sportsmanship, but free throws coming for Harden here. And I think it might be 3. You know, they're going to say she was behind the arc. There's a lot of NBA players, WNBA players, making big bank off of their own shoe designs. It's not something that's for me, but I like them cotton candy ones that Jazz has. Harden now with 11. She's got one more free throw coming. 70% at the line this season. Catawba Valley starting a 3-game road trip, although this is the last game in December. It won't be until January 5th that they're back in action at Richard Bland. Dolphins, this is the first of a back-to-back at home. They're also off until January. We'll be with you on January 3rd. Mount Calm from smack dab in rural Michigan is going to make the trip down to the beach. That is, I've made that drive in the wintertime, and it can be tricky if they're going through Beckley, West Virginia, that West Virginia Turnpike. So safe travels to those folks. If they're going that way, I don't know if they would go the same way as I go coming from Michigan, but I would think so. Dolphins turn it over here. Brunswick still up by 13. 8:27 and counting here in this third quarter. Dolphins trying to snap this 7-game losing streak. Just a miserable road trip for Brunswick. Did not win one game on the road. They were in quite a few of them, too. Looking like a much more cohesive team back on Walter Shaw Court. Throw ahead again, the Faith Farmer. Farmer's out on the run, attacking, and she'll go to the free throw line. Second foul on Catawba here in the third quarter. Faith Farmer has shot the ball well from the free throw line tonight, but she has struggled overall this season at just 45%. But she's got pretty good form here tonight. So Farmer She's now in double figures again. That makes it 10 times in 12 games now that Faith Farmer has scored in double digits. That ball almost trickled into the backcourt. Here's Harden on the far side, guarded by Destiny Mitchell. Sisk swings it out, catch and shoot three by Adams. Got another one. Adams now with 9 points, all from behind the arc, I believe. Jordan Adams came in shooting 15% from three. She's got 3 triples. Lead back to 10 for Brunswick. Brunswick went up by 9 at the end of the first quarter. Catawba Valley came back to tie it at 26 all. Then the Dolphins pushed it back out. Great close of the second quarter. Burns gets the jumper to go. Jasmine Burns now up to 7. Dolphins up a dozen now. Adams into the front court, and Adams is tripped up by Farmer. Both teams with 2 team fouls. That's 3 fouls on Faith Farmer, so a big loss for Brunswick. Dawson's played well off the bench, though, here tonight. She's got 4 points as she checks back in. Alicia Dawson in, and that's a triple in the corner. It's Harden again. Harden now with 15 points. So the lead single digits. Dolphins have some numbers here. Jemiah Leach, jumper is short. Ball tipped out, and it's going off Brunswick. Back to Catawba. So with the leading scorer, Faith Farmer, on the bench, Catawba Valley trying to put a run together here after going down 13. Adams with 9 points. Harden, again Destiny Mitchell on her. Pass off the mark, Rivera with the steal. Chelsea will take it herself for the easy 2. Rivera, I believe that's her 3rd steal. Could have more. Much needed bucket there for Brunswick. You want to keep your foot on the gas if you're the Dolphins. The flip shot is no good. That was missed by Wiley. Offensive rebound, Sisk. And she puts it up and in. Just the second basket for Addison Sisk. Jemiah Leach, bounce pass to the cutter, laying it up and in as Burns. That's the pro when you're able to break the press like that. Dolphins going to get another steal here from Leach. Once you break the press, you usually have numbers. So if you can break it, you can usually get out and run and gun a little bit. Dolphins having one of their best offensive games of the season, and it's starting on the defensive end. Leach misses it short, then tips it out of bounds. 5.5 left to go here in quarter number 3. Brunswick by 11. If you're just joining us, Catawba Valley has won every meeting dating back to January of 2016. It's the last time Brunswick got a win against these Redhawks. Adams into the front court. Sisk, top of the key. Stops at the half circle, back out to Adams. Harden's been hot today. Harden attacks. Here's Wiley now. Oh, great ball movement. Bucket is missed by Miller. Attacking is Rivera, and they forced her into a tough angled shot. Good defense there by the Redhawks. Harden again. Not that time. Tip for the rebound. It's recovered by Wiley. Adams back to Wiley. Wiley for 3. Yes. Just the second basket for Janiah Wiley. She shoots just 9% from 3, but she's one of the leading scorers in Region 10 at 18.7. Dolphins have held her to just 5 so far. Don't want to see her get going. Runner no good by Rivera. Tip for the rebound. Destiny Mitchell's putback is off the back iron. Jemiah Leach had it ripped away. And then a foul by Destiny. So Catawba within 8. This is as close as they've been since earlier in the second quarter. And we're going to go to another timeout. 4:14 left to go here in quarter number 3. Dolphins in control, but Catawba hanging around. Thanks to Coastal Transplants for sponsoring Dolphins basketball. Jemiah Hopper, excuse me. She's a hooper hopper. I don't know what's wrong with me. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. When I had my surgery, they might have gotten to my brain. Who knows? But anyways, Jemiah Hopper's in for the first time for the Dolphins. Brunswick's led by as many as 13. Catawba Valley has fought their way back. They're within 8 now, and they have the basketball looking for more. Miller posting up. Instead, the fake by Sisk. Pull up. Off the glass, in and out. Offensive rebound by Wiley. Both teams have really hit the offensive glass hard. Catawba had 26 offensive rebounds in its last game, and one of the best rebounding teams in the country. Harden with the fake. Set out to Miller. Miller and Hopper get tied up. So Dolphins have the possession arrow. Brunswick could use a basket here. Still up 8, but Catawba, oh boy, I don't know what was going on there. Just a panic toss there is going to give the ball back to the Redhawks. Dolphins overall have done a nice job against the press. Not that time, though. Inbound goes to Adams. Wiley floats it up, no. Fight for the rebound. Burns saves it to the wrong team. This is like the 5th opportunity now for Catawba. And they still can't get it to go. And they're going to get a 6th opportunity now as Sisk. Jump ball possession arrow favoring the Redhawks. Dawson out of the game. Nia McLucas is in for the first time. So Joe Gallion going a little bit deeper into his backcourt bench. With Farmer with 3 fouls. Shot clock's at 1. They got to get it off. That's going to be a shot clock violation. How do you get like 7 cracks at the basket and come up empty? Dolphins catch a major break there. Get it in now to Burns. Rivera now will back it out. Destiny Mitchell left alone at the free throw line. Buries the jumper. Lead back to double digits for the Fins. 53-43 Brunswick. Dolphins in a zone now. They've kind of switched between man and zone. Woman and zone, excuse me. Let's get that right. Chelsea Rivera into the front court. One and done finally for Catawba. Rivera being hounded. Oh, nice screen. Wow, what a screen by Burns there. Chelsea Rivera was 16. And the lead is back to a dozen. Good response here from Brunswick. So Rivera with a game-high 16 points. Adams takes it right wing. Here's Sisk, top of the key. Sisk, floater in the lane, got it to go. 6 for Addison Sisk. Minute 34 to go in a 10-point game. Mitchell looking for help, gets it to McLucas, throws front court. And now Rivera getting in the passing lane was Wiley. Alert play there. That ball is thrown ahead, and it's going to be a turnover by Catawba. Harden was able to get there, but then didn't get a clean shot at the basketball, so another turnover for the Redhawks. Minute 12 to go in the third quarter. Dolphins back up double digits. Rivera had poked away, gets it back. Hopper is fouled. So both teams with 3 team fouls with a minute 1 to go in the quarter. Rivera to inbound it here. Open look, and the jumper is good for Hopper. Trying to answer back quickly, Catawba, and it's Harden going to the free throw line. First foul on Jemiah Hopper. Jerasia Harden, 70% free throw shooter. In and out on that one. I think our clock camera got knocked off. I'll try to message Danielle and see if she can fix that for us. Down low, it's Hopper scoring again. Second basket for Hopper. 59-46 now. Got a 3-second difference between the game and shot clock here. Jumper is short, and we're going to have free throws for Zakiah Miller. So Miller 1 out of 2. Miller's got 6 points. Offensive rebound chased down by Miller. In the corner, the 3 by Harden is no good. Offensive rebound, Sisk turnaround, no. Can we get a box out, please? 4.3, another foul is called, and it's going against Brunswick, I believe. So more free throws for Miller. It's Catawba Valley team. 26 offensive rebounds on Tuesday. 18.3 offensive rebounds a game. 19th best in the NJCAA. Sisk leading Region 10 in rebounding. Smith is 4th. And we've seen it here today. Miller with the bank shot. Now she can make it a 10-point game. 1 out of 2 again. Hopper the rebound. Throws it ahead. And at the buzzer, McLucas cannot score. But the Dolphins, it's an even-Steven third quarter. They maintain an 11-point lead as they look to snap a long losing streak to Catawba Valley. They're 10 minutes away from doing just that. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here in just a bit. Fourth quarter action, Dolphins of Brunswick at 4-7. Redhawks of Catawba Valley at 3-3. Catawba looking for its first Region 10 victory. Dolphins trying to snap this losing streak. And it's all Brunswick right now. 59-48. McLucas back in. That's going off the foot of Faith Farmer. So Farmer back in with 3 fouls to start the quarter. She's going to have to be careful. Destiny Mitchell remains in the game. Jemiah Leach is back in. Hopper also still in. Sisk with the air ball. It's saved. And the Dolphins turn it back over. It has been a game that has been sloppy at times here tonight. Make no bones about it. But the Dolphins in good shape here in this final quarter. They have full control of their driver's seat. Jumper no good by Adams. And down low we got a foul called. Is that on Brunswick? No, that's got to be on Catawba. Yeah, first foul on Catawba here in the quarter. It's on Miller. Brunswick's led by as many as 13 in this game. We had 4 lead changes and 2 ties. Most of that early in the first quarter. Mitchell into Farmer, back to Destiny. Throws it ahead to Faith. Farmer into the forecourt. And then Farmer had it poked away. And that's actually a lucky break for Catawba that it was out of bounds because it trickled right back to Farmer, who was all alone underneath. So Faith to inbound it here. Farmer gets it in. Gets it right back from Hopper. McLucas top of the key. McLucas attacking, and her bounce pass is off the mark. So another turnover in this game. We've seen a number of those. Thank you, April. I appreciate it. Thanks to everybody who's been watching. I'm glad to be back with you all, and happy holidays to you. Collier is back in. Collier had 3 points all in the first half. She gets tied up with Jemiah Leach. Possession arrow favors Catawba. By the way, I had my last follow-up appointment a couple days ago. Cancer-free, as far as we know now, so all good. Just got to get movement back in my knee. Adams attack, swings it out. It's Sisk for 3. Rebound controlled by Hopper. Farmer backs it out. Bounce pass back out to Hopper. Farmer being hounded. Nice defense there by Adams, and she'll glide in for the easy 2. Dolphins got to be careful here. Catawba has come back once before in this game, and they throw it away there. It's a steal this time by Harden. Harden to Adams. Adams, another three, not that time. Offensive rebound, Collier, and she's fouled. So if Collier can hit these free throws, that would get Catawba as close as they've been since early in the second quarter. Again, last time the Dolphins beat the Redhawks was January of 2016. Hopper goes out. Destiny Mitchell back in. 4 in the game for Hopper. Mitchell's got 2. In and out and back in on the second one, so Collier up to 4 points. She's 2 for 4 from the charity stripe. It's an 8-point game again. Dolphins have been able to answer every time Catawba's looked like they've gone on a run. Princess Kennedy back in, gets it into the front court. Destiny Mitchell over to Farmer. Farmer with the fake, attacks, and she's fouled. So Faith Farmer with 10 points will go to the line. 2 team fouls on Catawba. If the Dolphins win, don't forget full game highlights will be here on YouTube. They'll be on my Instagram account, and they'll be on Facebook as well. Mitchell goes to the bench. Chelsea Rivera is back in. So it's Faith Farmer, Leach, Kennedy, McLucas, and Rivera. Rivera and Harden matched for the game high with 16 points each. Farmer gets 1 out of 2. She's got 11. Cameron Smith checking back in for Catawba Valley. Dolphins 9-point lead. Just some light pressure this time for Brunswick. And that pass is off the mark. I would be curious to see the turnover battle in this game. Both teams have racked them up. Chelsea Rivera gets it right back to Jemiah Leach. Extra pass out, and the jumper from the wing is no good by McLucas. Ball comes back to Leach, swings it out. Kennedy is open, buries it. Princess Kennedy with 7. And the Dolphins back up double figures. All they got to do is match Catawba. They're doing exactly what they need to do so far here at the start of this third quarter. Not allow a Redhawks run. Sisk has it top of the key. Handoff to Harden. Harden scoop, no, but she's fouled by Leach. So both teams with 2 team fouls. And what's been a relatively clean game, the fouls coming a little more quickly here in this final frame. Three fouls now on Leach. So Leach has 3 fouls. Harden now with a game-high 17 as she gets that first free throw. Faith Farmer also has 3 personals. Harden now with 18. Inbound deflected. Dolphins got to be careful, but able to break the press as Kennedy gets it to Farmer. Leach in the corner. Leach backing down. Hands it off to McLucas. Jemiah Leach down low to Kennedy. Off the glass, no, but she's fouled. Third team foul on Catawba. 6:48 to go in the game. Kennedy was 7 here tonight. Joe Gohan's gone a little bit smaller with the lineup down the stretch here. Pazzaquino is scoreless today, but played great defense off the bench. Burns has played well defensively as well. also has 9 points. Both of those players are on the sidelines for the moment, though, as Kennedy misses them both. Sisk with the handoff to Cameron Smith. And that'll be a traveling call there on Adams with the fake, shuffled her feet. A steal off the inbound, and then we have a timeout called by Catawba. We'll take it with them. 6:29 left to go. Another Dolphins turnovers keeping Catawba in this game as we go to a break. Welcome back to Dolphins basketball here on YouTube. Chris Shima, glad to be with you for the final game of the semester. Originally wasn't scheduled to be with you, but then this game got moved. It was scheduled to be played this weekend, and I think they moved it up a day maybe to just give the kids a little extra time off. Both of these teams will be off until January. Still some work to do for Brunswick. This one far from over, although they've been up the entire second half and by as much as 13 points. Catawba, you get the feeling they're just kind of hanging around here, doing just enough to keep themselves in this game. They haven't been able to get a consistent run going. No changes out of the timeout. A 3-ball that doesn't go down. Rebound controlled by Brunswick. Kennedy with the rebound, then she attacks, can't score. Offensive rebound, Rivera flip shot, no. And the Dolphins are held scoreless once again. On that far side, Harden with a game-high 18 points. Now here's Adams. Sisk. Cameron Smith. Blocking foul is going to be called there as the Dolphins were trying to take a charge. Looked like good positioning there by Chelsea Rivera. Instead, both teams with 3 team fouls. That's just the first foul on Rivera. And we got a wet spot out on the court. Jasmine Burns is back in the game for Jasmine. Granted, it's just 2 games in the month of December, but she's shooting 60% from the field so far this month, up to 9 points today, and she's played well defensively as well, with at least a couple of block shots. High inbound, Rivera went for the ball. It stays with Catawba, though. And again, zone right now for Brunswick. 3 is an air ball, and Brunswick, that'll be a team rebound. So Dolphins not doing much offensively here in this final quarter, but neither is Catawba. And if you're Brunswick, really a couple more baskets here and you're in good shape. Faith Farmer using every bit of that sideline, and then the Dolphins throw it away. Oh, these turnovers are painful at times. Just painful. You're stuck with me, Jess Marie. Into the front court. Now it's Adams. Adams in double figures with 11. Ball is swung to Cameron Smith. Back to Adams. Down low, Collier. Collier had her shot deflected. Burns got credit with the rebound. Here's Rivera. Giving it back to Kennedy. Lays it up and in. Lead back to 11. Dolphins have not beaten Catawba Valley since January of 2016. Oh, tough call against Burns there, as it looked like she got the tie-up. You know, they've let them play for the first 3 quarters, and now all of a sudden it's like everything's a foul. Very inconsistent. Anyways, we're going to go to a timeout. 4:27 to go in the game. Dolphins in the driver's seat. All right, well, welcome back to Dolphins basketball. Brunswick is 4:27 away from staying perfect on the home court, getting the second Region 10 victory of the year. Fouls are starting to rack up, though, as Harden now with a game-high 19 points. Chance to be the first player in the game at 20. I was confused by what Collier was doing over there. She had like her back turn, and then she ended up going over the line, so it's a lane violation on Catawba. We've seen a couple of those here tonight. Full court trap is on. Dolphins able to break it. And the pass by Burns looking for Faith Farmer, the cutter, was deflected out. So 4:18 left to go. Farmer to inbound. Plenty of time on the shot clock for Brunswick. Krishima, glad to be with you from the home studio, as Burns is too strong off the glass. Sisk collects another board. Harden directing traffic. Oof, put way too much on that pass, and then Cameron Smith tried to save it. I mean, that was a point-blank pass. You got to take a little something off that. Not much Smith could do in that situation, so Catawba turns it over. Kennedy into the front court. Kennedy puts it up, no. Rebound controlled by Collier. Dolphins have led by as many as 13 in this game. Catawba led by as many as 6. It was 10-4 early in the first quarter. Dolphins put a big run together. Kennedy with the steal. Kennedy got bumped. Fourth team foul on Catawba. Still 3:28 to go. Both teams on their way to the bonus. Princess Kennedy will go out of the game with her 9 points. Jemiah Leach back in, also with 9. Ooh. If you ever have to get a skin graft and they take it from your upper right thigh and you also broadcast sports and you have to sit still for 2 hours, not an easy task. I am really uncomfortable. Ugh. I'm trying to move this leg as much as possible. It's a mess here in Cleveland. Faith Farmer to inbound it now. I should be standing. High pass is going to be intercepted. Adams glides in for the easy 2. So once again, the Brunswick turnovers keeping Catawba in this game. Brunswick trying to respond. The jumper is good by McLucas. Big bucket there for her. Nia's first. 3:05 to go in the game. Down low, it is Miller back in. Swings it out. The 3 ball. Too strong that time from Harden, but an extra chance opportunity. Now it's Adams for 3, no good. Miller again, no. Leach has the rebound, and then she's fouled by Collier. So both Miller and Collier are in at the same time. And that puts Brunswick in the bonus now. So Jemiah Leach at the free throw line. Martina Pazzaquino back in the game. Again, I mentioned it if you're just joining us. Scoreless for Martina, but she has played well defensively here tonight. Jemiah Leach, 54% free throw shooter, 5.7 points, 7 boards, 1.3 blocks per game. Again, good to see her back. Catawba's going to the bench. I don't know what's going on here. No clue what's going on. Just wondered if maybe somebody fouled out. But that's not the case. Or if somebody must have called timeout. I don't know. Alasia Dawson is going to come in. I don't have the slightest clue what that was. Made Jemiah wait long enough at the free throw line now. And they iced her. I mean, that's not great game management. Maybe there was a player down off camera. I don't know. But that really hurt the Dolphins. So Leach misses them both. And again, that window is not shut yet for Catawba. Not a lot of urgency for the Red Hawks, I'll say that, but they're still in it. Collier at the top of the key. Handed off to Sisk. Possession's a premium right now for Catawba. As they attack, can't score. Ball batted right back to Adams, and she makes good on that one. 15 for Adams. 8-point game. Farmer into the forecourt. Dawson. And a quick jumper taken by Burns as an air ball. Might have been blocked. We got a tie-up, though, and the possession arrow favors Brunswick. So good hustle there by Leach. Oh, okay, so somebody had a nosebleed. Thanks, Jess. Oh, what an inbound play that was there. Nifty move by Faith Farmer going off the back. And Farmer now with 13. Deception there from Brunswick, and now a turnover. That probably should have been a kickball. Instead, Burns gets it on the run out, and she's going to go into double figures now with 11 points. And the Dolphins are going to end this long losing streak to Catawba Valley that dates back almost 10 seasons to 2016. Offensive foul going to be called now on Miller. So the Dolphins are going to snap a lot of losing streaks here. They're going to snap this long losing streak to the Red Hawks. They're going to snap a 7-game losing streak. They're going to snap a 6-game Region 10 losing streak. All good things here today. Dawson into the front court. Dawson gives it up to Farmer, lays it up and in. Icing on the cake for Brunswick as the Dolphins take the biggest lead of the game at 14. And Brunswick is also going to remain perfect on the home court. We'll take a timeout. Minute 11 left to go. Dolphins with the biggest lead of the game. Brunswick's going to win here today. Go to 5-7. Surpassing the win total of all of last year. Already here in the first semester. Why can't they do this on the road is the question I think we'll have to answer. What a steal there by Burns. Burns will back it out, and the Dolphins can run some clock here. They go into Burns, turnaround shot, no. Burns fights for it again. We're going to get another tie-up, and this time Catawba will get it. So tough start to this 3-game road trip for Catawba Valley. They'll sit on this loss for a while as they'll go back on the road January 5th at Richard Bland. And then 2 days later on the 7th at Cleveland Community College. Here's a steal by Dawson. Dawson puts it up and in as the Dolphins continue to pour it on here late. Dawson now with 6. Put back by one of the best rebounders in the business. Sisk up to 8 points. Shot clock is off here, so Brunswick can just burn it. Faith Farmer out deep. Well, how about this Dolphins team at home? A perfect 4-0 start to the year at home. I don't understand the foul there, but that will give Dawson a chance to add to her totals. Alicia, 6 points. She has struggled from the free throw line this year, though. And whenever I say somebody struggled and I don't give you a percentage, it means it's really low. So Dawson will try to get 1 out of 2 here. Missed them both. Rebound comes to Burns. And now the Dolphins can run the clock out. So Brunswick wraps the first semester in convincing fashion, snapping a losing streak to Catawba Valley that previously dated back to January of 2016. It's all Brunswick here today, 74-60. So that's going to do it for us here at Brunswick. We'll be with you again January 3rd. The Dolphins will be at home against Mount Calm Community College. We'll have that one for you in the new year. Until then, happy holidays, everybody. My name's Chris Sheeman. Thanks for watching, and take care of yourselves. We'll talk to you again real soon.